Do you love adventure? Are you a dog person? Let's join Mounir and his lovely Cane Corso dog Zoe while they visit a tiny country nested between France and Spain, the country of Andorra. Mounir and Zoe stepped off the bus, and the crisp mountain air filled their lungs. They had arrived in Andorra, a tiny country nestled high in the Pyrenees Mountains. The capital, Andorra la Vella, was a city of stone and slate, with buildings clinging to the steep slopes. "It's like a secret city in the clouds," Zoe, Mounir whispered, his voice echoing slightly in the quiet street. Their first stop was a very old house called the Casa de la Val. It was made of thick stone and had a small tower. Mounir learned that it was the home of Andorra's parliament, where important decisions had been made for hundreds of years. He imagined all the stories the old walls could tell. The next day, they went for a hike in the mountains. The trail wound through a forest of pine trees, and the air smelled of fresh earth. High on a rocky ledge, Mounir spotted a nimble animal with short, hooked horns. "A Pyrenean chamois," he exclaimed. The animal watched them for a moment before leaping gracefully away. They visited a tiny, beautiful church called Sant Joan de Caselles. It was built with simple stone, but inside, Mounir saw colorful paintings on the walls that were hundreds of years old. He felt a sense of quiet wonder, thinking about the people who had painted them so long ago. As they walked beside a rushing mountain stream, Zoe dipped her paws in the cool water. Mounir knelt down and peered into the clear water. He saw a small, dark creature with a long, slender tail swimming slowly between the smooth stones. It was a Pyrenean brook newt, a special animal that only lives in these mountains. They came to a stone bridge that arched gracefully over the river. It was called the Pont de la Marginita, and Mounir learned it was a medieval bridge, built so long ago that knights might have ridden across it. He and Zoe walked across it, imagining they were on a great quest. Then, though it was summer, they visited the Ordino Arcalis ski resort. Mounir rode a chairlift up the mountain, looking down at the green slopes that would soon be covered in snow. He imagined the mountains filled with skiers, a flurry of white and color. High above the peaks, Mounir saw a giant bird circling in the sky. It was a bearded vulture, one of the largest birds in Europe. Its wings were long and wide, and it soared on the wind without a single flap. It was a magnificent sight, a true king of the mountains. For a special treat, they visited the Caldea Spa. The building was a tall, glass pyramid, and inside, Mounir and Zoe found pools of warm, bubbling water. Mounir splashed happily, and Zoe sat on the edge, enjoying the warm, steamy air. It was the perfect way to relax after all their adventures. As they prepared to leave, Mounir looked out at the mountains one last time. From ancient stone houses to soaring vultures, Andorra had been full of surprises. He knew he would always remember this tiny country with the big heart, and the wonderful adventure he had shared with his best friend, Zoe.